Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. What we're reviewing here today is the Class Dominator 108SL, and we are testing to see exactly which one of these headers, albeit they're cheap. Logically, I'm not going to get a 50-foot header and try to put it on that harvester. No, we're not doing that. Just the ones that seem reasonable that we're kind of curious about. We're going to try those on for size and see exactly what's going to work and what's not going to work. Saw my corn headers. I got this New Holland 25 foot. I've got the Case 25 foot. Got the Dutes Far header, just out of curiosity. I'm pretty sure it will work, but we're going to try it. And then the Rostelmash header for the small Rostelmash. And then we've got another corn header by John Deere here. The 608C is what we got. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to test fit all of these headers and see what works. So logically, we're going to back up here to the header that came with the harvester, part of the mod. Oh, we need to unfold the harvester before it'll let us do anything. Alright. There we go. We got a good working height. We're off the ground and we're rolling 6 miles an hour. So that's essentially what the factory header is supposed to do. 6 miles an hour. Good job. Yeah, I believe I did that. And if I could turn the right way, I think we'd be alright. Alright, so we're harvesting, good height, and 6 miles an hour. Alright. So that one works. That's the Dutes Far header. Or did I put that out here twice? I think I put it out here twice. Let's see. 2 least. Yeah, so I got it out here twice. We'll just ignore the other one. We know it works. It's hard to do this backwards. Here, let me get back here behind. There we go. Alright, so now we got sitting here the absolute smallest and cheapest. You're silly. Anyway, the smallest and cheapest corn header, champion, grand champion. Good working height. Working speed is 6 miles an hour. Alright, so that one works. That's no problem. Alright, the next step up, I was kind of curious about this set myself. I was a little hesitant. Wasn't entirely sure how this was going to work out. So let's set her down in operating mode. Good height off the ground. Operating 6 miles an hour. Look at that. Look how much bigger that is. What, on this little one you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. On this big red one, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. Looks like it's about the same over there on the yellow one. So, let's, they're about the same size. I believe they are exactly the same size, really. Operating mode, good height, and 6 miles an hour. So those 2 corn headers will work. I like it. Let's venture on down here to the next step up from those 2 as far as corn headers go. We'll go to the next step up to the John Deere. And we'll just pull this around and we're going to pick it up and see if it'll work or if it won't. Operating mode. Oh, it lifted the harvester off the ground. It looks like it's a good height. those tabs right there are hanging down. Yeah, you can see that tab right there hitting the ground. Oh, I hit the gas and it lifted up even more. I back up and it lifts. I hit the gas. 1 mile an hour. It actually lifts the drive tires off the ground. So no, that's not going to work. Alright, so the Russell Mash grain header. That looks fairly reasonable for that tractor. Working speed 5 miles an hour. So it looks like that's actually rubbing the ground a little bit. So that's slowing you down some. I mean, it might work if you can tolerate the fact that it's actually rubbing the ground. Then more power to you. You go for it. But I'd rather my harvesting header not actually scrape the ground as I'm harvesting. Oh, and we're in a tree. We're in a tree. Look, hi birdie. Hi birdie. Woody woodpecker over here. Alright, so which one was this? The Case 3020 Terraflex 25 foot. Then the next one's the New Holland Superflex 25 foot. Operating. That's full speed I'm giving it, 4 miles an hour. If you can tolerate it working that slow, then 5 miles an hour. I couldn't imagine what this thing would do uphill. Like if you had to go uphill at all, that's not going to do very good. So being that they're both 25 foot, I can only assume that a header that heavy is not going to allow you to. Well, if it's too heavy, miles an hour, and it's putting the RPMs in the red line. It's spinning the tires. It's not working. I do have a theory here. Okay, so now that I've got the Dukes Far header on the Dominator 108 header trailer, I noticed in the base game that the headers actually like lock into place. For lack of a better phrase, like when you put a header on the right trailer and back up from it a few feet, it like snaps to grid and basically, and it latches onto the header so the header doesn't just fall off the trailer randomly while you're driving. So anyway, it did not do that. So I'm assuming that they're not supposed to be compatible at all anyway. So anyway, just to see if the Dukes Far header would clip onto the header trailer. And just for curiosity, to see if I could put weight on the back of the harvester and have it lift the front end up a little bit maybe to help the header, which it's not. It does not help at all. So anyway, that doesn't work. So if you're going to think about trying to harvest pulling a header trailer with a heavy header on the back of it, it's not going to work. At least not this header trailer. If you want to try other header trailers with other headers, then you go right on ahead. But that's the extent of my testing here for today. So if you like the video, hit like. If not, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Have a good day. Bye-bye.